What was it?
Renovation and restoration now underway at Sagamore Village.
Amazon.
You can see windows are being installed.
Oh, Amazon is
Tonight in
considering
Waterville, a meeting to discuss a proposed Amazon facility.
This is now the third.
an Amazon facility on the Waterville Sydney line. Whoa, that's not too far. Yeah, no, it's right up the road actually. Yeah, it is. So Amazon is considering putting a facility there. Where were they going to put one before? Was it down by Portland? They didn't want it down there though, yeah. No, the yuppies didn't want it down there. We got enough. We got enough over here. Dealing with enough. Put it up north more. They got the internet now. Yeah, anyways, yeah, it's right up the road. Yeah, you come out of here, you go left up by Walmart. Yeah, you keep going by Walmart up the road. Take a right. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be by where those did they say where? Like where the power plant or storage unit stuff is?
Why they're expanding here in Maine and how these sites will
Yeah, before it was gonna be down in Saco, but they were complaining about it. Where they
access, parking, and storage
Do you think they'd hire me?
I'm the fourth driveway down. So we're pretty close. We drive by it every day.
This meeting comes as tensions remain high over a similar proposal in Gorham. Another warehouse and distribution facility is now in the works in Herman, and the first Amazon facility in the state opened in Aroostook County over the summer.
Amazon is such a big company that my hopes is that
That one up in Aroostook County that opened.
within the community.
The company has not yet answered my questions about why they're expanding here in Maine and
I was down in Gorham. It's a delivery facility.
Some leaders say these projects are worth it. Philip Jones writing on Facebook that new jobs are a good thing and that quicker deliveries would be welcome. But others
They were concerned about traffic and noise.
tell me she'd much rather support Waterville's small businesses. Tonight's meeting about the development of
I know, so can you see when those kind of things happen? You have people that are from those areas that want to,
reporting
right, big deal, tell them to deal with it, we deal with it.
Renovation and restoration.
They're gonna make you eat maggots! Yeah, it gets really old, dude.
Sign going on. And did you know that this public housing complex
Well, that's cool.
National Register of
Yeah, no, it's not that far from here.
Tucked off Brighton Avenue, Sagamore Village is a neighborhood of 90 duplexes, 200 units.
Well, that would be cool.
They provide housing for World War II.
Right, and I mean, with all the immigrants and stuff we've been taking in, there should be plenty of people to employ the place.
Public housing for low-income
Yeah, because they don't want to have to hire the fucking idiots from around here. You know?
It's a great neighborhood, it's a great place to live.
Yeah, they usually want to bring in immigrants and people from other places.
Housing residents.
Yeah, they don't usually want to hire too many locals.
into creative financing.
Right, well, I mean, by that time, they're locals, right?
Much needed
Yeah, they've already established residency and they become a local.
replacement of the electrical system.
So I guess technically they do hire locals.
The community center
Yeah, you know, we're not talking about Amazon, stupid.
because of the historic designation.
You know, they miss it sometimes. I think they get caught up. It's like a magic show.
Their renovation work rate is piecemeal. There's a limited amount of funds
Yeah.
that we get from the federal government every year, and you have to sort of prioritize
I know, right?
the most needy portion of the project. You don't get to do a whole
Well, you see, Jupiter,
to do here.
we're thinking of going to Mars.
At once. It's a really great opportunity.
What, we're going to put an Amazon facility on the moon. See, because how people are arguing about it and the traffic and noise, so you have these business guys that make jokes.
Financing structures like this one.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. And sometimes they believe the jokes and act upon them.
In Portland, I'm Jim Keithley for Maine's Total Coverage.
I know, it's lots of fun.
Questions tonight about a major immigration crisis on the southern
for joining us.
Yes,
Why
you're
are you
welcome.
reaching out today about this? You found out only 20% of these people had criminal charges or convictions.
Scott Kathleen, that's right. A spokesperson from DHS says that they're targeting the worst of the worst and that this is a manipulation of data to, quote, peddle a false narrative. Every person arrested was put into one of three categories with this data. That first category covers those who have been convicted for a crime prior to being picked up by ICE. We've got a dozen there. That next category is for those who already had pending criminal charges when they were detained. That's more than 24 in that category. And the rest fall under a category labeled other immigration violation. We can see 150 over that tonight. Now, DHS says, quote, nationwide, our law enforcement is targeting the worst of the worst criminal
So people,
aliens.
targeting the worst of the worst. They're the ones that are going after illegal immigrants, people committing crimes. Yeah. Right, I mean, just because someone's an illegal immigrant doesn't make them dangerous. I mean, you'd think they'd be more concerned, right, about the dangerous ones, but while they're doing their job, they're going to come along a lot of other people that might be illegal who aren't as dangerous as someone else that you think is more dangerous. Go get them. Leave them alone. There's other illegal immigrants up the road committing worse crimes. Are you really bothering me with this ticket, officer? People are smoking crack up the road. Right, it gets so fucking stupid and anal and senile with a lot of these adults. Well, when you see that there are 12-year-olds doing the reports, then you're like, oh, okay. Well, no fucking wonder. Nice jacket, dude. Right. Wow. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, no, they like to play those kind of games and fuck with people, which is totally fine. I mean, it's fun to see them get upset. And, I mean, there are levels, right? Right, I mean, when you're in certain situations or talking about certain things, it might actually be stupid and dangerous. Right, like sarcasm or showing somebody how to be silly as far as I'm going to put the shaving cream instead of putting the shaving cream. Like if you were a guy and you had a beard, instead of putting the shaving cream on my face, I'm going to put the shaving cream on my shoulder. No, that's silly. Okay, you're right. I'll put it on my face. Look, I have a hat. I'm going to put the hat on my hand. Oh, that's silly. The hat goes on your head. Right. Oh, look, I have a knife. Instead of cutting my steak, I'm going to cut my finger off. Right, do you see the difference? And you see how some people want to act like, oh, it's okay. You put the hat on your hand. You put the shaving cream on your shoulder. So it's okay that we cut our finger instead of the steak, right? Right. They play these fucking games, and they've been doing this all throughout our facilities. 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of these fucking psychos that got jobs within our mental facilities. It became a joke and a game, especially with some of those YouTube channels. Beating up the retards, having sex with the retards. Absolutely sick and insane. Yeah, a lot of those flagrant guys. I know, and it's interesting too. Someone actually opened up a YouTube channel called Flagrant. Yeah, what's that guy? He looks like Morticia's husband. Oh, Lillian. Yeah, I meant Lillian. No, I had it right the first time. We have the Addams Family and the Munsters. Morticia is Addams from the Addams Family. You're thinking of the Munsters. Yeah, but no, I mean, it's cute, and I mean, it's fun to have fun with things, right? But unfortunately, a lot of people took it to another sick level, and a lot of those guys too, same time period, that were doing a lot of that stuff. When you look at the Mark in America guys around here, right? And then we had just dealt with the rainbow people, right? So keep in mind that I too am a human being, and I'm just kind of here trying to do the best I can. And I have children, and a lot of these sickos and what they have been doing with our children and profiting from the disabilities and the abuse is absolutely sick and disturbing. Yeah, a lot of those flagrant guys that mean no harm, the taters, the hazers, right, just getting the Karens and the non-vaxxers protecting your slut fucking friends. Right, 2009, the private investigator who shot himself, Chris LaJoy, was dating my sister, who had also gone to do the Lady Luck thing, Trump Tower. Right, so when you understand a lot of these people that work for those magazines and different things, and how they try to protect their girls from the mean, jealous people, they're just jealous, you gotta protect them. Right, so you have all these security teams going out, they place so many for each girl, and then they all live in different communities, and they just so happen to pick the ones that were from certain communities. Right, as you can see, they got fucked with quite a bit. We tried telling them, and they didn't want to listen. And Mr. LaJoy ended up shooting himself in the head. Supposedly. He was part of our family for over 10 years, and it actually is very hard for me to talk about, but I try not to get too caught up, because we're answering questions for a lot of really good people who work in our systems, who are trying to get the truth out there, because they know these cases too, and how unspeakable and horrible it is, and that they don't get solved very often. They understand why they pick certain people. Yeah, so when you have those kind of setups going on, these punks can have a free-for-all with those people they made targets out of, the Karens, the non-vaxxers, the bullies. Right, well, they're dangerous, right? Did they shoplift? I know, they're dangerous. I'm not saying shoplifting is okay. I'm just saying. And I'm not, right, you should arrest them, put them in jail. Right, I myself have been arrested and put in jail for shoplifting. That's what happens, you don't steal. Right, I learned my lesson the hard way. Right, so that happens. Right, so when you have a lot of people using those kind of things, as well, they're just a criminal, so it's okay that we fuck with them. Right, so you get a lot of people turning their heads for those reasons. And we're dealing with a lot of sick people here. My name's Mary. I grew up out in Whitefield, Maine. And our house was burned down in 2006. I say some savages threw a fireball through the back window. Probably drug retaliation with the shit going on with my brother. Stuff we've been dealing with since we were kids. Another reason why when these flagrant guys came in, they felt it was okay to do what they did because of the history there and the hate for my parents that a lot of these people have. And as you can see, when they do and say the things they say and ignore the things they ignore, and then they train these kids, I know, right? Trust me, that's one of the reasons we were put on the programs when we were 18. We're very aware. Yeah, and you know what? We don't get along with any of our siblings. No, we haven't talked to them in years, actually. And with what they did back 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, they can eat shit and die. They're evil, fucking nasty people. You know, when you actually look into these situations and you see what's going on, you know, some of them, one of my sisters and my nieces freaking out that we're a non-vaxxer, we're going to kill people. One of them went to college and came back all gung-ho, get the non-vaxxer. That was what, 2010? Did you get your cashmere sweater? Yeah, I got them all cashmere sweaters that year for Christmas. You sick fucks. Yeah, I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do it. Right, see, totally innocent, and it's wrong of me to say that about such nice people, right? Am I talking about your friend? Huh? Am I talking about your friend? Or your daughter? Huh? You talking about? Fuck you. I have 4 children here being fucked by these punks while you people play your nasty fucking games. Your anal, astute, selfish, entitled fucking games that are getting our children killed. And it's helping with a lot of the fraud and abuse that many of you have profited from in different ways. And you're aiding and abetting some of the worst fucking sick criminals, and they don't want to look at it. And I could care less whether or not they do. We hope the proper authorities do what they're supposed to do to get our children away from these sick fucks. I know, we should just take their word for it. They're well taken care of. They have concerns about us and our schizophrenia because we tell them what sick motherfuckers they are. Right. So anyways, you have any suggestions as to how we can help our children without breaking the law? What's that? Oh, you heard that? Yeah, yesterday. Real nice, huh? Considering with our level of awareness and the things people are trying to help with. Right, when you look at the level of abuse and what we're dealing with these different cases and the overprescribing of SSRIs and the issues with the vaccines and a lot of these abuse cases. And it's very traumatizing for people that do that for work. We talk to people every day who have done or do that for a living. And many had to leave those fields traumatized and go into therapy. When you see and hear a lot of that stuff, I think too, the ignorance throughout a lot of society, and then when they want to say things like, yeah, you see a 5-year-old getting beat up, you don't do anything. Oh, you just said that to get a rise out of me? Right, so then people think, oh, it's funny, right? And if I get upset with someone just making a joke, right, that's why you don't. You ask them, why would you say that? Stupid. Right, so that showed people right there the kind of intimidation and sick fucks we're dealing with. Because if he really saw a 5-year-old getting beat up, we know he'd really help him. He was joking, right? Right, so it's not a big deal for him to say that. Right, now, you know my oldest son, right? Right, so when you have kids like that, we just went over this. Right, put the hat on my hand. Right, you just keep walking, right? I'm just telling you. Apply it to other things. Do you have to kill the president? I mean, it all depends, as you can see, whatever they're told. Right, and then when you have people, right, and they tell them, those are the ones they have to trust and do what they say. That's it. They tell them that's their lifeline. Anything happens to them, they might as well throw in the towel and kill themselves because they're the only ones that know how to take care of them. Yeah, they're sick fucking people, dude. Right, so because, right, he was technically, and I know that in my heart of hearts, that, yeah, if you really thought, right, you're just saying that to try to get a rise out of me. Okay. Right, I mean, we can get a rise out of each other in a lot of ways without being grotesque, especially when talking about those kind of things, where literally we see cases every day of little kids getting beat up and killed, and it's fucking traumatizing to even listen to. Right, let alone, and then when you see the investigators that have to deal with that stuff, the people that gotta go in and clean up the mess. I remember that cop, the little girl they found in the trash can. Yeah, that was one of the guys who thought he was beating up a demon. Right, I'm pretty sure they just say that stuff, trying to get off, because they see the confusion over the years and them ignoring the concerns with the drugs and instead pushing it on the kids. So they're playing the game, oh, they want to give us these dangerous mind-altering drugs. I guess we can get away with murder and fucking little kids, and it won't be our fault because they irresponsibly prescribe those medications. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. No, of course not if they get caught fucking a little kid or beating them up. Right, exactly. I know it's hard for a lot of people to deal with those kind of cases. And then when you have people make stupid jokes like that, directly to people whom they know do those things for a living. Right. I mean, it could upset somebody. Yeah. We're used to dealing with those things. I know a lot of people wonder how we don't take their fucking heads off. Because that's why they say those things. They're trying to get a rise out of certain people to get them out of the way. And they're getting away with a lot of fraud and abuse to our children. Yeah, so they can say that shit all day long. And we're just showing it to people so they can see how they ignore the important things and they intimidate people that have already been abused in some really sick ways. Yeah, there are other ways you can get a rise out of people in a fun, safe way. Right. I mean, why would you want that kind of rise out of anybody? Unless you have evil intentions, you sick motherfucker. Right. So I'm talking to a lot of people. You understand? Just like there's a lot of me's, there's a lot of that too. Right. And like we've said before, a lot of the me's fucking snap. We see it all the time. They overdose. They kill themselves. They die in freak accidents. Natural causes. Yeah, and they protect. Oftentimes. Yeah. It really depends. Well, thank goodness, we have body cameras and stuff now so people can really get an in-depth look at what a lot of people are actually doing and saying in some of these situations and have a full understanding as to why we do what we do and why we very much try to help bring clarity and understanding to the public systems. And we understand how a lot of those programs and different things could really help or be a disservice depending on, I guess, presentation style. Apples and oranges, common sense, right? So when you see people being really stupid and doing, no, I could cut my finger, right? Because you put the hat on your hand. We're just being silly, right? Right, so you can pick that out pretty quickly. And if you're going to side with some idiot, well, you did say you're being silly, so... Right, so when you start dealing with a lot of people like that and they're just kind of going along with it because, oh God, we don't want to lose that funding. We got to side with that thing or we're going to lose the funding. Right, so they do anything they can to try to sugarcoat the fucking pathetic, nasty, horrible, insane things that they've been implementing and ignoring. Well, I had no idea. Right, these people that hide for years while they're injecting our children and fucking our kids and then play fucking stupid. Wow. Right, so a lot of those business people, when you go back to around 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, you start to put the dots together with Alex Jones and the tasing and the hating. There were people that came right up to me and said, don't talk to Alex Jones. I mean, who the fuck is Alex Jones? And don't talk to him about what? Can we shoot the shit about candy canes or... Right, so when you see the connections and what was going on there with some of my siblings and the drug trafficking and the Korean money drug traffickers, Market America, the Rainbow People, idiot that killed his dad. Right. Right, so when you have people involved with those things that are ignoring it and then intimidating in some pretty sick ways. I know a lot of the flagrant people might think something like that's funny. Right. It's so gross. It's like there's so much fun to have in this world. There's so many things to laugh about. Like life is just funny itself. Right? Just the ironies and learning about cells, oxygen, elements. Right. I mean, a lot of people, that just because, like, they see one person litter, they go, look, people litter. We can't trust them. Look, let's put all the funding over here for us because we're good people who wouldn't litter. Right. It's that stupid. Look, that guy, look, he just threw a can. See, I'm telling you, we can't trust him. Look. Right. And then when you have idiots and goons, when people realize that, they say to people, hey, stop throwing the cans. Get out of here. No, really, if they see you throw a can, they're using that as an excuse to put all the funding over there and fuck these communities. Get out of here, I'll throw cans if I want to. And then they go tell the others, and then you have a bunch of idiots throwing cans. And then that gives the other people, yeah, see, look. And then they take clips of that, all the idiots going around throwing cans just to try to teach someone like me a lesson. And then they get all the funding, and they're taking clips of people at each other's throats. Stop throwing the cans! They're getting upset about us throwing cans. Get the Karen! Get the can. I know, it gets so fucking stupid. But as you can see, they've made a living off of it. A lot of people are doing very well with those things. And that's why it gets perpetuated so much. Right? A lot of people just play along because they think they're being cool. And the cool kids are giving them a thumbs up. I know, it's so cool. Right, it's stupid and it sets up scenarios. So someone was just saying, yeah, especially when you have impaired people, children with special needs and things like that, and you start fucking with people. Right, we're dealing with a lot of impaired people. Medicated, or they tried medicating us. Yeah, they want you over medicated and dealing with these fucking psychos. Right, because then nobody wants to look at the abuse that they've been doing. Ooh, those are sick motherfuckers. If you really want to go back to the 80s and the 90s, you'll see. You'll see exactly how a lot of that has been perpetuated. And then 9/11 and the connections there. Hey, Alex Jones, did you guys get some pictures from someone's bin? Was that Bangor? Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, look at this. Okay, ready? Wait. Are you going to bed?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. I was about to.
Yeah, what were you watching? I could hear you laughing.
I was watching those characters freezing in the water, Super Mario 64 form.
Oh.
But not right now, because it's. Wait till daytime.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something.
Ready? Can you put it like that? Now it's green.
Yeah,
I think you can spin it. Hold on. And you can
Okay.
make it flash too.
I remember that.
There you go. It's shorter than it used to. I shortened it up.
Alright. Okay.
Look at
Yeah. You almost made me drop that.
Nice.
You want to fit more well? My body is only 5%.
It's good too. It's good for your arms, yeah?
Yeah.
We can get the other one. You can play with them outside if you want, or down in the bigger room. It's kind of hard in the small room.
But yeah, it's hard, yeah.
You gotta make sure you're not gonna hit anything.
Right.
You did a very good job with that.
Sure I did.
Hey, it's almost 1:11. 1 minute
Yeah.
away.
Yep. What fit more well?
What is that? What are you doing?
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Oh, the light went off.
Oh, I might have to charge it. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it's changing colors. Man, it's dropping fast.
What's the? Why are you showing me a jackass thing? What's this?
It fits more well, trust me.
Party boy jackass?
It fits more well, trust me.
Oh, I
Look,
see.
look at the ball.
It is. It goes right to the beat, the rhythm of the ball. You picked a great song to go with that rhythm.
Yeah.
It goes right to the rhythm of that. You're doing a good job not hitting anything, Jamie.
Yeah, barely.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge my phone. It's only down to 1%.
Oh, okay. His phone's at 1%. He just booked it. He doesn't like it to die. Oh my gosh. I bet you I can bring that up on here. You get it on the charger?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, this is actually from, is this from Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be an ad. Yep.
$5 when you spend $30 on select
loud.
toys at
So
Target.
Oh, you're right, that was
Safe like repairs.
Here we go.
Laptop is louder than my phone.
Yes, it is.
Sounds a little bit better on the laptop, but still.
You're doing a really good job not hitting anything, Jamie. That's impressive.
Yeah. Right.
Look at that. You picked the perfect beat to go with it, Jamie. The cool thing about those things is too, those charge up.
Yeah.
Just like your phone. So you never have to change the battery. That's what
Right.
I like about it.
Right. Boy, it's been a little faster.
Oh, look at that. It almost looks solid. It's going so fast. Nice job. You like seeing it on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a quick question while you're spinning that. You're doing a really good job.
What is it?
You can talk and spin, right?
I can.
Oh.
I can just focus.
Okay.
Well, I can't talk because I had to focus more than talking.
Okay.
That's why I did video games.
It can be hard to multitask and
It is.
focus on more than
It makes it
one thing.
harder to talk and while focusing.
That's right. I have a question for you.
What is it?
Now, if you were walking up the street, say you're walking up the street, right?
Right.
If you saw a little kid getting beat up by a mean bully, would you try to help him by at least calling for help? I mean, you might not want to get involved because who knows, it might be a big bully that can beat you up too.
Well, I tell you what, he don't want to mess with me.
Right? Because you're pretty strong.
Yeah.
I pity the fool that mess with you.
Right.
That'd be silly.
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
Yeah.
Right, but if you saw a little kid getting beat up by a mean bully, you'd want to help him or call for help at least, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if the little kid's not the way that his or her parents, right?
What is it?
If the little kid is not with his or her parents, they get involved with bullies. So then if they're not with an adult, that the big bully can mess with them easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to ask that. We were asking that question in class, and everyone agreed they would call for help.
Yeah.
Or try to help if they felt like they could help. Some feel like they might not be strong enough to take on the bully and they might get hurt themselves. So they call for help instead. Oh, but you know this one?
Nah. No more songs.
Okay, we'll shut that. You have I think push and hold it to shut that one
Oh,
off.
so okay.
Yeah.